Now, my story starts 15 years ago when my family immigrated to Calgary. I remember making an awesome friend at school. One day she came home to play with me. Later, I remember my dad being upset with the landlord saying he doesn't want a black girl coming to his property. Now, that was my first experience with racism. Growing up, I saw it happen so often to my peers and myself that I just started taking it as another part of life, an everyday thing.
Yo, so the other day I was walking downtown with a buddy of mine, and we saw these 3 Caucasian girls waiting for a cab. And when the cab driver pulled up, the one girl was like, "Nah, not this one. We'll wait for a white driver." And my buddy was like, "Yeah, good luck with that. You're going to be waiting a while." Most cab drivers are colored people. I don't think people realize that many immigrant cab drivers were once engineers, doctors, lawyers in their birth nation. They came here for a better life. A white cab driver is no different than a colored one.
Me and my sister wear a hijab. Last month, we were walking to our car from the mall and a couple came up to us and the man told us to take off our scarf. He said, "We'll look beautiful if we take that rag off our head." I told him beauty is on the inside, not outside. They walked away after that. But as a woman with a hijab, I'm constantly faced with racism in Canada. And when I tell Caucasians that I often get discriminated, they usually push it aside saying I'm mistaken.
Coming from an East Asian background, I tend to get a lot of assumptions about what I do for a living. A lot of people think that I'm either an engineer or a pharmacist, and it kind of makes me feel invalidated for what I actually do. I also tend to get a lot of jokes about my driving, even though I'm actually better than a lot of the people that I know. And at parties and bars, sometimes there are men, mostly Caucasian, who sexualize me and talk down to me in degrading ways. It's usually something or another related to anime porn, and I don't even like regular anime.
I worked at various stores as a customer representative before. I remember customers would constantly walk right past me and ask for the assistance of my white colleagues. It's clearly evident that these people weren't interested in having a colored person help them.
Just before grade 6 ended this summer, I remember talking to my friends in gym class. The teacher was putting us in teams and referred to my friend with a hijab as a terrorist. She was very hurt by it, and the teacher said it was a joke. I didn't think it was very funny.
I'm constantly being overlooked, unrecognized, and often sticking out like a sore thumb with people. I think many black Canadians can relate to that. People taking what the media portrays, but being black has nothing to do with violence or stupid ghetto jokes.
Working in the rural areas and the prairies as an IT consultant, I experience racism on a daily basis. Several times, I've made house visits to fix networking issues and have been told to stay outside the house. My boss often gets complaints from residents asking for white workers instead.
Wearing a turban in our society comes with a price. I have been a victim of bullying for many years, and people still judge me and mock me all the time. You think as an adult, people will grow up? Some have, but there are still people who hate. Every day I fight for my religious right by wearing my turban. It hurts no one, but people still discriminate.
Being a Native American man with long hair, I'm constantly perceived as homeless. I'll be walking down the streets and people will try giving me coins. A lot of the times at stores I get rude looks and remarks. I'm an overall nice guy, but all people see is my race.